What's up, family? Happy Friday. If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Smash up the likes, family. Smash them likes up. Boom, boom, boom. Put it in their face. Share the video, comment on the video. Smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video and go live like I'm doing right now. That way you'd be among the first in the loop. Right now, this is one of the hottest topics that's popping right now besides the coronavirus. You know, I've covered that several times. I was one of the first people to actually talk about it in the media at all. For some reason, people wasn't taking it seriously. Some people knew how serious it was, but they were told to keep their traps shut. I think it was an effort to actually limit information. We can get into that another time. But right now we got this video about this guy out in New York who was accosted by the police and roughed up pretty bad just on a simple stop, you know, just simple. Dude in the park, police handled him real greasy. Family, if you wanna drop a comment, you can skip the line and jump into the super chat and drop your comment in there. That way your comment gets recognized for certain. I'll go in on this topic and then I'll come back to the chat room starting in the super chat, and I'll work my way over to the regular chat. So the video, which I've attached, I put it in the details. You can check it out if you haven't done so already. By the way, anytime there's a video available and it's appropriate for me to show, I'll attach the video. I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out for yourselves. That way you're already informed before I start the live. So this video is showing New York police officers arresting a young black man. This sparked outrage and elicited questions about the amount of force that these bullies actually used. It was reminiscent of the Eric Garner, I can't say his name, Eric Garner, man. It was reminiscent of the Eric Garner case where the police was overzealous, being bullies, choked the dude to death over selling some damn Lucy cigarettes. Selling some Lucy's, man, that's it. Dude loses life because the police wanted to be bullies. They already had the man on the ground. They had him subdued. They had everything under control, but one of them continued to choke him, choke the life out the man. And you know, wouldn't you know, he got a chance to walk. I'm gonna try to stay on course, family, because this is really running me hot. So now we got this guy by the name of Fitzroy Gale, 20 years old. You can see the police has had an undercover cop stopped him on a street in Brooklyn on the sidewalk. He's on the sidewalk, police questioning him. He's like, man, what you want with me, man? Why you messing with me, man? You know what's the charge? What am I being stopped for? I don't know why he didn't ask the cop, was he being detained? But that should be always a question. If you know you haven't done anything, if you're not under arrest and the police rush up on you trying to ask you questions, man, you ask them, look, am I being detained? Because if you're not being detained, you should be free to go. So he never would ask him, was he being detained? But in any event, the cop just held him up until the other cops came in and started bullying. the woman that's filming him was holding him down. She was like, yeah, I'm filming, I'm watching, I'm watching him. So the woman started actually going live on her, I think she was went live on Instagram. And, you know, she filmed what was actually happening. The dude standing there talking to the plainclothes officer, you know, cop can't give him no answers. What are you stopping me for? Why you bothering me? He never would give him an answer. Finally, the other cops in uniform come running over there. You know how they do. They don't ask no questions. They just start coming in. They see somebody being held up. They just start coming in, rushing in and start swinging. This is what they do, man. A lot of them, they join the force to do this. A lot of them, they go to work, man. They put those gloves on with the intention on beating somebody up. It don't matter if you did something wrong or not, but they come in there to crack heads. And that's what they did. They just ran up on dude. Look, how simple would it have been for them to just walk up to dude and say, okay, question him and let him go, or question him and tell him, put your hands behind your back. Then if the man don't put his hands behind his back and he's resisting, then you use your force to make him put his hands behind his back. You force his hands behind his back and you cuff him. But you don't even have to beat the man. See, when somebody do any type of backing up or anything like that, any kind of resist, they just start swinging and beating because that's what they like to do. That's what they want to do. But that is totally unnecessary. In most of the cases I've seen, the people that they do that to aren't even fighting back. They're not even swinging. Maybe they are resisting. But if somebody is resisting, do you have to hit a person? Do you really have to punch a person to get them to comply? Man, pull out your stun gun, get your back up there, whatever you got to do, and you wrestle a man down and you force him to comply. It's simple as that. But they like beating up on people. They are bullies and they like pushing people around. Mayor Bellagio said that this was painful to watch. He said, we still need to get all the facts about the case and a full investigation is underway. But I don't like what I saw. It doesn't reflect what we're building in New York City. You know, he had some pushback, right? So the NYCPBA mayor, well, not mayor, but a representative said, you admit that you don't have all the facts and yet you're passing judgment anyway. When we say anti-police rhetoric, this is what we're talking about. Your rush to judgment is inflaming the situation. If I see a police officer standing, talking to someone who is not swinging on him, who is not reaching for a gun, a knife, trying to stab him, trying to hit him in the head with a pot. If I see them just standing up there talking, and then a bunch of cops just rush in and start tackling the dude and beating on him, sucker, I don't need no extra evidence. I don't need no other proof to know that these fools stretched their authority. This was a misuse of their authority, an abuse of authority. Ain't nothing to talk about, sucker. Now, what happened is that this type of stuff is what give these so-called cops who are supposed to be good the bad image, the bad name, and that rhetoric that whoever wrote that message on Twitter, they're inflaming the situation. They're making the situation bad by being in denial and trying to cover up bad behavior. Would have been real good if the person who wrote that message would have came back and said, you know what, Mayor, you're right. We agree. Show the mayor some support. Show some support sometimes. You know, I like to see, because these unions never do this. I like to see a union actually show some support when the police is wrong. You'll never see them publicly trying to bring down a police officer unless a police officer is a whistleblower. Other than that, the way they see it, the police can't do no wrong. And the police should be protected at all times. I don't believe that. I'm not against police officers. I'm against bad police officers. Every last one of their asses. I'm against every last one of them. So this is the this organization is the PBA, NYC PBA is Police Benevolent Association. So that's their union, basically. You know, in any event, this is the type of stuff that makes the matters worse, because this is the organization that's supposed to, you know, basically be like the big brother for the police officers. And if you got a big brother and you go out there and do something wrong and your big brother never acknowledges you're wrong, your big brother never tells you, look, man, you need to chill out. Your big brother just constantly makes excuses for you, then is that really your OG? Is that really your big brother? If it is, it's a sad excuse for one. This NYC PBA, they got too much power. They need to be dismantled. Starting at the top. They need to be dismantled. So again, so this guy, this is what the news report said. The man in the video had fled officers who approached him and another man as they were smoking marijuana in a park around 7 p.m. The officers were responding to an automatic alert to gunshots. Both men were later apprehended, but there is no indication they were linked to the gunfire. So there was no indication they were linked to the gunfire. This is another case of, well, see a crime gets committed, see a black man, the first one did it. Usual suspects, that's what they call them, huh? Just find a black man, any black man, that'll do. Any black man. You ain't even got to have a description of the assailants now. They just, crime was committed, black man, get him. Remember, it used to be like, black man committed a crime, and they just go snatch up any black man. A black man could be a 5'2", 400 pounds, and they go get a black dude that's 6'2", 150 soaking wet. He fit the description. Well, what's the description? Black. So now a crime gets committed. They don't even have a description of the witness, and they hold up the first black man they see. The other guy he was with received a citation and he went on about his business, but they beat this guy down, and I'm sure they charged him with, they probably charged him with resisting arrest or something like that to justify them beating him down. A lot of times they charge, when they beat you down, they charge you with resisting arrest so that they can scare you off from filing criminal charges against them. What they'll say is that, look, you drop the charges against us and we'll drop the charges against you. Go on about your business. Or we'll go easy on you. That's the name of the game, fam. Let me jump over here in this chat and see what y'all saying. Welcome Denise D as a new member to the Willie D Live channel. I see China White back from vacation. Y'all give China a big shout out for handling the moderator duties. Noah Fields McCullough says, Willie D, where can I get one of those sweatshirts? You can buy one from me. $590. $590. You can click on my, go into my, I'm messing with you, man. No, this is my boy, D1. He's a rapper out of New Orleans. This is his brand. He sells this. So go on his website, just look up D1, find his website, and, you know, just follow the information and bam, he got you covered. He'll cover you. I like to support local artists. When I say local artists, I mean artists that don't have the major deals and stuff. So really independent artists, really. Can't really say local, but independent artists. I like to support those independent artists. I support the major artists too, but I always buy merch. I'm always buying merch from the independent artists. Now, it's got to be good stuff. It's got to be something I want to wear. And it can't be stuff with crazy slogans and all that type of stuff. But if it's something cool that I can wear in the airport, I'll buy it. One hand, what's that? 100 for sure. I see you. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Landon Taylor, I see you. What's up, Landon? Who was that? Who was that? 5-5? What up, 5-5? Appreciate you. I gotta show love to my moderators because they got a job to do around here, man. There's be so many trolls on YouTube. The trolls just, it just amazes me that a person would be okay being a troll. Like, a troll is useless. A troll is a dark cloud. A troll is miserable. So their number one job is to disrupt and make somebody else's life miserable. That's their role. Their role is to disrupt happiness. That's a troll's role. Disrupt order. That's their role in life. What a miserable person. What a piece of trash. Somebody who don't deserve the right to breathe in oxygen. How could you be that person? How could you be okay with being something like that? I know it must hurt. Can't get a girlfriend. And I'm speaking really of men, because men are the ones who really have time and do this type of stuff. I don't really see a lot of women who are trolls, so I'm just going to generalize on this one and say, and I hate generalizations, but this one fits men. Well, males, not men, but males, because every male is not a man. So this one fits males. Can't get a girlfriend. Even if you do get one, you got to buy. You know, you got to pay to have sex. You know, nobody really likes you. No friends, no real friends. Got that 1-2 friends who, you got that one friend who is a loser also, because you got to be a loser to be your friend, right? You know, mom and dad probably don't like them. I mean, just a horrible existence. Just a horrible existence. A troll. They got fake accounts. You know, they gotta always get new usernames. They always get new email addresses. Always getting a new YouTube account, a new Instagram account, a new Facebook account, because they're trolling and they're constantly getting blocked. So the trolls are trying to get a new username and get back on the site to troll a person. So this is a person who is unwanted. It's a person somebody don't like. And I know you hear me, troll. I know you're watching me right now and you're thinking to yourself, how can I get him back? I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. This is me and the rest of the world laughing at you. Damn trolls. And I never recognize trolls by their usernames and stuff. Like, I don't even give them no action. Like, anytime they come on my pages, they get one shot at it and that's it. Like, they don't get to live and breathe on my channels and on my sites. They get one shot, bam, boom. And if I ever find out who they are, you know, they get knocked the hell out. That's how it go. You dig what I'm saying? Widow 35, I see you. What's up? What's up? What's up, super user? Super user found that entertaining. Rare, what's up, rare? Tariq Bate, what up? Uprise, I see you. Will Rick says, I like what you're doing, man. Keep it up. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Angel from the UK, London to be exact. In the same city with my son. That's when my son attends university. London. If you're just joining, family, we were talking about the young man who was accosted by the police in Brooklyn, on the sidewalk in Brooklyn, walked up to the dude, a plainclothes officer, walks up to him, you know, holds him back. The dude's trying to leave. He steadily holding him back. The dude asks him, man, what you want? Why are you holding me up? He won't even tell him what he wants. Luckily, they were caught on film and you can see what's going on because there was a young lady there who actually filmed it on her phone. But this plainclothes officer would not identify himself or what his business was. What his business was. He would not say what he wanted, why he was stopping this dude. And so they try to say that he became suspicious after hearing gunshots and the black guys ran. After, I guess, I'm not sure if they ran when they heard the gunshots or if they ran when they saw the police. In any event, what's wrong with running when you see the police? The police be up to no good a whole lot of times. Got a black man in the neighborhood at the park smoking marijuana. Okay, he ran. A lot of people run when they see the police. Now I know some of y'all don't run because y'all trust the police. The police is your friend. So you can't even fathom not obeying the police, not doing whatever the police tell you to do. You can't even fathom that. Now, having said that, I personally think it's a bad idea for people to run from the police because these police today, they're a different breed. They're way worse than they've ever been. Like they have been given a mandate, I do believe, to chase people and beat them or shoot them. So best thing would have been for the youngster to do really would have just been there, just stand there and see what they wanted, talk to them, whatever, and then send them on their way. But when you run, you put yourself in a very, very dangerous position, especially if you're a black male. They will shoot you. And if dude would have shot him, he probably would have gotten off, more than likely. But in any event, the plainclothes officer chases the guy, holds him up until the other uniform officers show up. And when the uniform officers show up, now keep in mind, he's talking to the guy's up against the wall on the sidewalk. He's talking to the guy. And the guy's like, hey man, you know what, why, what are you messing with me for? The cops see that he got the guy under control, but what do? All of them just come right in and swoop in on the dude, throw him to the ground, kicking him, punching him, just going off on him. This is what they do. So it's a good thing that the young lady recorded it, because otherwise we wouldn't have known what happened, and they would have just lied, and this thing would have been swept under the rug and it would have been over. But I'm speaking on this particular case because this stuff happens all the time. If you're the unlikely victim of something like this, or you know someone, your family member, your loved one, whatever, experiences something like this, I would tell you, take action. No matter what, take action. Don't let them walk. Don't be intimidated, because they count on that. They count on intimidating people. They count on those fear tactics. It's amazing how if two citizens have a dispute and one tries to use fear tactics, then the police come in and say that person is a monster, they're evil, they're a gangster, they're a thug. But then when they do it, it's all good. Help me figure that one out. Let's see what y'all saying. What's the chat saying? What's the chat saying? Harlem Lady says, they don't like when Mayor de Blasio speak up against them. Nothing would happen to them, scratching my head. No support as long as Pat Lynch is PBA president. Let me tell you something. When Pat Lynch leaves, they're gonna have another one. They're gonna have another Pat Lynch. Pat Lynch will probably pick his successor. Oftentimes it's important when one is going out and the other is coming in, that they tap them, they hand pick them. Say, okay, you, boom. You, boom. So yeah, they get rid of him, they'll just have another one just like him. Ain't nothing gonna change. Now you say the system is working exactly how they intended on it to? Well, PBA is working exactly how they intended on it to. Again, family, if you're just now checking out the show, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes, put it in their face, family. No cops are nerds with insecurities. Okay, so cops are nerds with insecurities and badges and guns. Lady M, absolutely. See Palm Beach, Florida in the house. This one's for you. Man, y'all better get involved. It could be your son next. It could be your son next. Wouldn't it be great if you knew you wasn't gonna be in it all by yourself? You gotta help, we gotta look out for each other. There's power in numbers. You're gonna let people go out there and deal with that all by themselves. Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with me. And then, because I'm gonna tell you something, the way life works, the trouble will find its way to you. You ain't gotta go looking for trouble. Trouble will find you. So when it does, wouldn't it be nice to know you had backup? You know how, and I hate to use this as an example, but this is the way they operate. Some churches, if you don't pay your tithes and you have a problem, they ain't gonna do nothing for you. Now, a lot of them won't do nothing for you anyway. But some of them, they have that policy where, you come there and, you need some light bill money. Okay, let's look at the books. Okay, August looks good. September looks good. October, okay. November, wait a minute. Okay, November looks good. Okay, December, January. Okay, February. Okay. Yes, Sister Williams. Yeah, this is treasury at the treasurer at the Mount St. Olive. Yeah, Pastor says it's going to be okay. It would be okay to give you the money, but he wanted you to know that it is a loan. Oh man. Don't get me started on these churches, man. Yeah, so if you put something in the pot, you can get something out the pot. It's the same thing with these politicians. When you contribute to political campaigns, they remember you. Now, you shouldn't have to do that to get some help from the people that's supposed to be representing you, right? Your vote should have been enough, right? That's cool. The vote is a good start. But they need that money to get the message out. They need that money to help win those campaigns, because it takes money to advertise. It takes money to promote yourself. It takes money to pay for that transportation, that money for those signs and graphics and ads on the radio and cable TV and all of that stuff, the billboards, that stuff costs money. So those donors who give, like, who be cutting them checks that make you go like, the politicians remember those donors. And so when those donors make a phone call and say, look, I need this, or this is what's happening in my neighborhood and blah, 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 they go like, well, let me see what I can do. That's just how it goes. We got to act like, we can't act like we unfamiliar with this type of thing. I mean, think about yourself in your own life. The people that have been there for you when you need them, when you're down, you know who to call. Those people are going to get first dibs on anything that you got going on. If those people need you, you're going to be right there for them. Now, well, there's some people out there, they don't give a damn who helped them. They ain't going to help nobody. But, in most cases, the people who ride for you the hardest, if they need you, you're going to be ready to go. You ain't got no problem looking out for who looking out for you. That's the world we live in. Everybody watch the same channel. WIF in it. WIFM. What's in it for me? Tessa Brooks, if you don't think it's about voting, if you don't think voting counts, I don't know what to tell you. Like, people that believe that, they're gonna believe it ain't nothing you can say. So I don't even try to talk to people that think that way. So did I post that video? Oh no, I got it coming up. I'm not gonna even speak on that video. I got a video I'm gonna wait till Monday to post it up. I'll post it on IG Monday, and I'll talk about it on the YouTube also. But yeah. What's up, Wendy Jenkins? Welcome to the show. Cops only do this because they know they have backup. If they knew we had backup, it'd be different. But you already know that. You already know that, fam. Exactly. I'll tell you something, like when people say no reparations, no vote, I can't really be mad at somebody who say they ain't gonna vote if they ain't got reparations on the table. I can't even be mad. But I tell you what, that's the president. I'm talking about these local elections. If you don't understand that the impact of a vote in local elections, you just don't understand politics. You really don't. You just out here really just blind. You have no idea how deep these local politicians is and how much effect that just a couple of hundred votes, how much difference a couple of hundred votes could make. You just have no idea. Now you can get some stuff done on the local side. You can get something done. GW know what I'm talking about. You can get something done on the local side. You can see almost immediate impact of your vote on the local side. You can reach out and actually touch these politicians and see them. You can go walk right into places where they frequent. You can go into their offices, go right into City Hall and sit up in there with them, and talk to them and confront them. You can oftentimes get their cell phone number and actually be able to call them, but you're not going to be able to just be calling them about anything. If you one of those people that's about business and you out here moving and shaking and you got stuff going on, then yeah, you can get their number. They'll give you their number because they want to talk to people like you. They want to have a relationship with real people, because many of them just don't have that relationship with the community that they represent. Many of them are afraid to actually go into the community that they represent without security. I mean, and even with security, many of them don't want to go. They be uncomfortable as hell. I see them, man, they be trying to get up out of there. You're like, yeah, but that local, man, those local elections, bro. Let me tell you how cold local elections is. I know, let me put it like this. My aunt was in a city of about, I don't even say city, it's a town. Town had maybe 300 people. Maybe 300 people. My aunt ran for mayor. She lost by like 5 votes. Out of those 300 people, only maybe 80 some people voted. You dig what I'm saying? You go to the right town and you're a likable person, or you put in enough work, you move around in the right circles, you can become mayor. A lot of times we look at our situations and we think, oh, you know, that could never be me. I could never do that. Mayor have weight. I don't care if you're in a city of 300 people, a town of 300 people. The mayor gonna run it. The judge gonna run it. You know, what I'm trying to say, permits department. Those are powerful positions. People don't even think on that type of level. You know, president in the permits department. Those are powerful positions. Every single person, before they can build anything on any of that land, they got to come see you and get approval. I don't care how much money they got. They got to go to the permits department. Powerful positions. You can go into a town and basically set up shop and run the whole town. You can build the whole town up and it be your whole thing, your whole town. You can put your family members in place in every situation. You can make yourself the sheriff, and you can make your brother and your cousin and your other brother and your other cousin the deputies. You can go in there and have your wife be the judge, have your auntie over the permits department, you know, have your, I mean, you could just run it. All of this is politics. Absolutely. Smash up the likes, fam. Smash up the likes. Okay, Zap says, what's weird is Watts have a church on every corner. Then look at the projects in San Francisco. They're next to none. There's next to none. Now that's weird. Correct me if I'm wrong. The projects in San Francisco, there's next to none. This is a run-on sentence, so I don't know what you're trying to, I really don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know if you're trying to say the Watts has a church on every corner, then look at the projects, or you're trying to say, look at the projects in San Francisco, there's next to none. I don't know what you're really trying to say. But I will address the church on every corner thing. that tells you that the churches are not really serving the communities. If you got a church on every corner and you got crime is robust, you know, you got a lot of poverty and these churches are on every corner, well, what's really going on? That would indicate to me that you have an influx of poverty pimps masquerading as pastors, men of the cloth, or women of the cloth. All right, family, let me let y'all go. I gotta go. I gotta go take care of my business. I'll give out some last shout outs to my super chat. Denise D, appreciate you. 100 for sure. I see you. Landon Taylor, 55. China White on the moderator duties. Appreciate you. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday. If you're already into Saturday, enjoy that too, because every day above ground is a good day. No more talk.